what's up guys? I have something new to show you. Look at my awesome new chair by GTR Racing. I got it on Amazon. It's a cool chair. Looks a lot cooler than my old one. My old one was like falling apart. It has like a cushion, back cushion, and everything. So I'm set. Yeah, that was random intro, wasn't it? Okay, so anyway. So I was looking for something to talk about today. I was just scanning the news, and I think I have to change like the parameters, like the search settings on my Google News, because I'm getting just the shittiest fucking topics, and that only solves some of the problem. The other problem is that the issues I care about, like top stories, world, politics, U.S. business, whatever, the conversations, the narratives, the debates that they're having in these topics, which are genuinely interesting to me, is complete bullshit. Because people are not talking about the issues. They're talking about the real things that are affecting our lives. Just what's going to go down. The top story, the top of the top, is Trump to Boy Scouts. We could use more loyalty. Why is that important? Who the fuck cares about what Trump said to the Boy Scouts? Furthermore, it's CNN reporting it. So they're going to take some slant to it and put their fake news shit. And so I even don't care even more, because they're just going to twist it. So there's literally no point in me reading that. There's literally no point. Washington Post, my other favorite fake news source. The latest. Trump jokes about firing Price over Senate vote. Who the fuck cares? Why is that important? How is that affecting us? Is that solving any of the problems, the dozens of problems we were having in this country? No. Who the fuck cares? I know why the Washington Post is publishing about that. They're like hinting that Trump is a fascist. He's joking about firing someone, about a Senate vote. He's becoming authoritarian. This is the authoritarian stuff that we warned about. This is the Russian plant in the White House. He's going to be the next Mussolini. That's what they're trying to do. And it's all bullshit. It's just all complete bullshit. The one below it, a chill emanating from the White House reaches the State Department. It's just, so, how scary. Oh my god. It's so stupid. It's so stupid. You know what I want to know is why the top news source for every topic is either Washington Post or CNN. That's bullshit. Washington Post again. Trump leaves Sessions twisting in the wind while berating him publicly. It's like you're TMZ and you're like reporting on smack and gossip that celebrities talk about each other, or like the stupid shit they get into. And it's just like, this is fucking politics. I care about what issues is the Congress talking about or voting on, or what are they pushing for? What, are they solving any of the problems? Or are they contributing to the problems that we have? Probably, yeah. Why answer my own question? Of course they are. You know, where are we on the debt? Where are we on stopping the war on terror and the war on drugs? It's just, where are any of these topics in any of the top stories, politics, U.S.? No one's talking about it because they don't want to talk about it. Because Democrats and Republicans care about. They have the same position on those issues. Trump is doing the exact same thing in the war on terror that Obama did, which is the exact same thing as Bush did, the exact same thing that Clinton did. Oh wow, it's like they don't care about solving the problem. They just continue the problem. Trump is doing the same thing in the war on drugs that Obama did, that Bush did, that Clinton did. They up it up a bit every presidency. Don't get me wrong. But just like, it's the same damn thing. You guys are not solving the problem. And the main narratives going on in the news sources, no one's talking about it. People care about it, and people are talking about it. Ordinary people like you and me are talking about it all the time. Just like, why the fuck is this shit happening in our country? Oh, because dumbasses keep electing the same two parties over and over again, and they won't solve the problem. How many times do I have to say that? How many times do I have to say, if you want the problem to be solved, don't elect people that openly say, I'm going to continue the problem. Like the debt. Let's say you care about the debt. You know, Democrats, Republicans, they don't even try to hide it. They don't act like they care about the debt. They openly say, yep, I'm going to continue spending the way we are. I'm going to up this, I'm going to up this. I might slash that. You know, I'm going to up this, whatever. And the debt, just continue going up. It hasn't gone down since Clinton. We have not balanced the budget since Clinton. Wow, that was a long fucking time ago. You know, it's just like, you guys keep electing people who can't balance a budget. And you wonder why we're in debt. And you wonder why people are concerned that we're going to default on our debts and the economy is going to crash even worse in 2008. But you keep on voting for people who openly say, I'm not going to solve the problem. I'm going to continue the problem. And then you wonder why the problem continues. It's just... You know what? So I'm not going to talk about national news, national issues, because all of the stuff I'm getting is bullshit. I'm talking about something that's important to me, and that is the Libertarian candidate for governor in my state, Virginia, Cliff Hyra. Probably hadn't heard of him. Little hipster reference there. You probably haven't heard of him. This guy Cliff Hyra is really fucking cool. You know, no. Third parties do not get the coverage in the news that the other two parties get because the media is in bed with the two major political parties. They do not want to give the libertarian candidates airtime. I mean, he's mentioned in some articles, don't get me wrong, but he pales in comparison to the amount of coverage that the Republicans and Democrats get because the media, again, is in bed with two parties. New parties like, hey, don't talk about this guy, don't give him coverage so he might have a chance of reaching the amount of support that will get him in debates because they will get crushed in debates. If a Democrat and Republican and Libertarian were on a stage debating, the Republicans and Democrats will get crushed because they cannot win on the issues. When they debate each other, they agree on most of the issues. They debate on tiny little differences and little aesthetics to how they say things and how they do press briefings or something stupid. Just BS. Just no substance whatsoever. All narrative, all emotional BS. You get someone out there who actually wants to solve the issues and has the solutions to the issues that we're facing, then it would be completely different. And the two parties know that. That's why you tell media, don't fucking do it. The average person in America, in any given state, doesn't know the positions of any third party because they hardly get any coverage. They don't take the initiative to look up the issues and what the third party people, their stance on those issues, they just don't care. Which feeds into my whole notion that I think most people in the world, let's just talk about my country, the US for example, most people in this country are completely fucking retarded. I mean, it's just, they know little to nothing about politics, and then they vote in stupid people who wreck up the country, and they wonder why the country's a wreck. Well, because you don't know about the issues, and then you vote for people who don't know about the issues, and then continue the problem, and then you wonder why you have a problem. I applaud small local news websites like the Martinsville Bulletin. You know, editorial, Hyra needs to be allowed in debate. Thank you. Just, I'm not saying believe every single thing that I say about libertarianism and just believe every single opinion that I have on the issues that I regularly talk about. I'm not talking about that at all. I mean, cool if you did. But all I'm saying is allow this person to talk. Just allow another point of view. How is that so harmful? I'll explain how it's harmful. Because he will crush the other two opponents. Because their opinions on the issues just further problems. They don't want to admit that. They never debate anyone. It actually says, you know what? That stance is completely fucking retarded. Here is why you're wrong, and here is why I'm right. And here how you continue the problem, and how it will fix the problem. So what is Cliff Hyra's stances on issues that are so much better than the Republicans and Democrats? Let's just go through. I'll leave a link to like each website that I talked about. Ending taxes, getting rid of lots of taxes, especially on small businesses. People constantly bemoan how small businesses face an uphill battle that is so steep that 90% of them can't get off the ground because the government clamps down on them with all these taxes and licenses and regulations and things that deter innovation. You know, it's just like and then you wonder why small businesses, and you constantly bemoan, oh, there's no small businesses, you know, Walmart and the big other national companies beating them out. Well, you wonder why that happens. Okay, I'm going to tell you. Because you keep on voting for people into office who continue the problem that you're complaining about, you dumb fucking retard. So Cliff Hyra is talking about ending the business professional occupational license that taxes gross receipts, that doesn't tax profits and deters innovation. It clamps down on innovation. It clamps down on growth. The economy needs to flourish. We've been just in a downgrade since 2008. 99% of the growth has been to the 1%. The other 99% of the country is just begging, just please end all of this economic strangle. that you have on us so we can fucking prosper like we used to. He talks about all these regulations on food and drink establishments, you know, all these stupid little laws that are just so asinine, it's just so annoying, you know, like privatizing the Virginia ABC, you know, no other entity other than the Virginia ABC can sell liquor in this state. A private business cannot sell liquor, only can sell beer and wine. You know, so that just drives up prices. It beats out competition. It gets rid of any other businesses that could sell liquor, and then you can tax that profit and more money for the state. I'm actually a libertarian who isn't some stupid mini anarchist or anarcho-capitalist. I don't care. Taxes are annoying. Don't get me wrong. I fucking hate taxes. I think they should be low as possible, but I think they should still exist for the state or the nation to have money to do the things that it's supposed to do by the Constitution. So if you would allow private companies to sell liquor, look at all that profit that you could tax. Your stupid laws are limiting how much you can tax. You're pushing down, you're limiting how much profit you can make off of taxing businesses, and then you cry about, oh, we can't fix the deficit. Fucking retards. Taxes exempt in the first $60,000 of household income from state tax. You know, that would be a godsend for most of us who make $60,000 or less. You know, people struggling to put food on the table and gas in the car. The first $60,000, no, that's not tax income. You know, it's cool because I make way less than that, and then combined from Social Security, Medicaid, Medicare, state tax, and income tax, 25% of my income is taxed. I only get 75%. It's like, I'm in the bottom tier and I only get 75% of my income? What the fucking hell is that? Then these businesses who make billions of dollars of profit every single year can use tax loopholes and offshore bank accounts, all this schemy little stuff. They don't pay a dime on their profits. Billions of dollars. And yet me at the very bottom of the rung, just one notch off of poverty, oh yeah, you pay 25%. Tell me why that's fair. How in God's name is that fair? He also talks about lots of law enforcement problems that we have in the nation, specifically the state, like ending asset forfeiture. You know, ending the police ability to steal your money even though they're not charging you with a crime at all. Yeah, I think it's a good idea. You know, I really think it's a good idea. Who the fuck supports that? Oh yeah, the 97% of people who aren't libertarians keep on voting people in the office who support asset forfeiture. And yet, when you ask a random person, do you support the police's ability to steal your money and not charge you with a crime, and then you have to go through all this rigmarole to get it, and like 9% of the time you can't get it back? And the ordinary person will say, no, I don't agree with that. That's wrong. Then why do you keep voting people in the office who support that? Because you're dumb. That's the only conclusion I can come to. So he doesn't support asset forfeiture. He doesn't support quotas by the police. He doesn't support marijuana being illegal. You know, let marijuana be like alcohol and cigarettes. You could tax all that income. So when marijuana's in the black market, the state obviously can't tax that, can't make a profit off that. But if you bring that into the legal business, you can tax that, more money for the state. You could try to fix that fucking deficit that we have. This is common sense things that he is proposing, and no one is listening to him. Because they're dumb. Anyone can access this website, you know, in my state. It's not like we're fucking China where the internet's blocked, you can't look at it. No, these people just fed into the lies that, oh, voting third party is a waste of your vote. They're never going to win, so there's no point in voting for them. If every single person who said that voted third party, well, then the third party person would win. You know, it's a self-fulfilling prophecy. People say, voting third party is a waste of your time, don't do it. And then so the third party doesn't get as many votes, and they lose, and then that continues people saying, well, then voting third party is a waste of your time. No, look at the issues that the three people, Republican, Democrat, and Libertarian, are running in Virginia, or in your state. Libertarians are running in the majority of the states, not every single state, for governor, for the state Congress, and presidency too. You know, they're running on all national, state, local levels. Go to the website. Just look up who's running for Libertarian in my state. look at their stances on the various issues and see if it makes more sense than the Republicans or Democrats. Just take a look. Just look at other options. I'm not going to tell you. I'm not going to order you guys vote Libertarian or else. No, I'm not going to tell you what to do. All I'm saying is just look at this guy, see if his ideas are better than the party you usually been voting for. Then if every single person did that, then heck, you know, Libertarian Party is the fastest growing party in America. Now, by percentage, it's still a very small percentage of the voting booth. Gary Johnson got 3% of the vote. 3% of Americans voted for him. I think he got 5 or 6% of the popular vote, whatever, something like that. So it's very low. But percentage-wise, we are the most growing party. People are realizing the two-party system in this country is complete fucking bullshit. Like the war on drugs has been an issue for decades now, and we're not even close to solving it. And people are just scratching their head, realizing, I think voting for the party that I usually vote for is not working because we're making no progress whatsoever. Let's look at other parties, even though they're very small, even though they probably won't win. The Libertarians probably won't win in 2018, 2020, 2022, 2024. That doesn't matter. I don't give a shit. They have the best stances, the best opinions on issues I care about, so that's why I vote for them. So I'm going to leave a link to all of Hyra's stuff. You know, the editorials I talk about. I guess that's what I'm taking. I'm endorsing Cliff Hyra for governor. I'm going to vote for him when the elections happen in a couple of months. And I know he's not going to win. I don't care. His stances are the best. I cannot vote for someone who continues the problems in this state, or in the country overall, but particularly in this state, you know, who violates our rights on multiple issues. I can't support the Republicans or Democrats because they're violating my rights. I'm going to vote for someone who will stand up and defend my rights. And every single time we are gaining more and more votes, eventually we'll beat them. But only if you get rid of the idea that voting third party is a waste of your vote. Voting on principle is never a waste of your vote. If you want to break the cycle of Republicans and Democrats constantly getting into office and constantly fucking things up, then vote for another party.